A strange masked man knocked on the woman's door. The moment she opened it, he pulled out a knife from behind his back. Terrified, she slammed the door shut and immediately called the police, but the man smashed the glass with a single punch, then easily reached in and unlocked the door. With nowhere to run, the woman made a bold move. She grabbed the knife with both hands, then threw a punch, followed by a shoulder toss. As the masked man tried to get up, she pulled a gun from a hidden compartment, but within 7 steps, a knife beats a gun. The masked man pinned her against a shelf, but she reached for a vase and smashed it over his head, and knocked the masked man's knife out of his hand. But the man, relying on brute strength, slammed her onto the coffee table. As he approached slowly, the woman suddenly remembered the pepper spray hidden under the sofa. Then he collapsed. She ran to the kitchen and grabbed a butcher knife. The masked man hesitated and then turned around and left. He decided to leave the women alone for now. Just when the women thought she had escaped, he burst in through the back door. He pinned her down and started stabbing without mercy. Even after she had stopped breathing, he didn't stop. When the police arrived, they counted 16 stab wounds. That's when a famous local blogger pointed out the terrifying coincidence. 35 years ago, a serial killer murdered 3 16-year-old girls, each stabbed exactly 16 times. And here's the creepy part. The victims were all best friends of the woman who just died. Her daughter, Mary, decided to get revenge. She found her own friends for help, but the masked man came after Mary next. She hid in a room, but he quickly found her. In the scuffle, his knife accidentally stabbed a strange machine. And then, something surreal happened. The machine lit up. The world around her began to disappear, and when she opened her eyes again, Mary had somehow traveled back to 1987. Turns out, the machine was a time machine, built by her mom's best friend, but since it didn't work, it was sold to an amusement park as a prop. Who would have thought? One lucky stab actually turned it on. That's when Mary had a wild idea. If she could stop the killer now, her mom might never die. She traveled to the past, and immediately looked for her mother, only to discover the original 3 victims were her mom's best friends. One of them, Jerry, was throwing a party that very night, the same night she would die. Mary rushed to warn her, saying someone was going to kill her. No surprise, everyone thought she was crazy. She went to the police. No surprise at all. They labeled her as crazy again. Finally, she found her mom's scientist friend. Luckily, a sharp scientific mind tends to be more open. She believed Mary's story and agreed to help her rebuild a return time machine. Now, with the party about to begin and Jerry's fate looming, Mary rushed to the party.